So I don't want to waste any time. I want to get directly into the GSA SER Search Engine Ranker backlink building tutorial utilizing a list. So of course, my name's Chris Palmer. Let's go ahead and get this started. And we'll start this now. Hey, Michael, great to see you. So if you're not familiar with GSA SER, it is a tool that has been around for quite some time. Now, this is the user face for GSA SER, and I want to go ahead and just show you around the tool quite briefly. Now, no, I'm not affiliated with them. It's just a tool that's near and dear to my heart. Yes, they have an affiliate program. This isn't about pitching the tool. I just want to go ahead and show it to you, and it could be very, very helpful. All right, it could be helpful for a magnitude of different things. Now, as a side note, I just want to, just to be a responsible SEO, I want to let you know, I don't ever point this directly at my site or a client site, ever, zero. Okay, I utilize this for powering up, like I mentioned before, press releases that might be due follow, indexing citations. I also like this for unverified map listings. I like it for tier 2, tier 1 power up types of things. All right, that's exactly what I use this for. So that's my recommendation if you ask me. No, don't point this at your site. These types of links can be tough. All right. So what I want to go ahead and show you is I have a sample project here, which I was just playing around with. I was just testing out a new list that I have. I was just testing out a new scrape guy. I have a server that's been scraping, and I was just trying out a new list that I had. So in any case, we won't worry about that. We're going to go ahead and create a new campaign. Now, before I get started, I want to go ahead and show something to you. There's the new, which is up here in the top right-hand corner. There's edit, delete, options, start, and the help. All right. Now, under the options tab, which I'll go ahead and open up so you can see here briefly, you have these selections here. Now, I'm going to go through this as quickly as possible. And of course, this will be recorded. You can always come back to it. Now, these things here are going to be lists that you're going to be creating as you're verifying, submitting, and identifying links, all right, if you were to let it run. Now, I'm going to be utilizing a list that I've curated, and you can see that list in the description if you want. But what I'm going to use is, first and foremost, is under submission, we're going to use 300 threads. Now, you can use, if you have a slower computer, maybe 100 or 50. As you have faster machines or different types of RAM, if you have a lot of RAM, fast RAM, 3700, 4200, whatever type of RAM you have, if it's high-powered gaming types of faster RAM, you can really jack it up. Now, the tool will give you a warning if you put 500 in here. It's not really recommended to use more than 100 threads, okay? But I like to use 300. That's going to be up to you. Now, you could set it to automatically decrease, and I'm only going to show you the settings to get you started as fast as possible if you are going to use a list. I recommend using a list just to speed up the process, or it'll run and you won't get as many as I'm about to show you. All right, so let me go ahead and walk you through this. And plus, somebody asked me, hey, Chris, can you show me how to use these lists? All right, so threads, this right here, decrease power. Now, we will want to go ahead and check this here. Use non-block socks mode, and you will want to configure your proxies. All right, now you can use semi-dedicated or shared proxies, something to speed up the process. For me, though, if it's going to scrape them and pull them in free, I'm going to go ahead and let it do that. So under this options tab, you will want to go in here and set this up briefly. I'll cover that with you now. So under this, search for new proxies every 100 minutes, but also check this as well. Search if it falls below 100. I want it to go out and get them. So you'll want to check both of these boxes. Underneath that, you will want it to test proxies. We only want them to be good. We want them to be good proxies. They need to be tested, and we want to test them against Google. They need to be Google passed proxies, all right? So inside of here, we want to go ahead and go Google search is going to be the test, and then there's proxy judge that's built in. Remove bad proxies less than 5 minutes, all right, or every 5 minutes. Over here to the right-hand side, as you can see, there's automatically disable proxies if detect is being down. So we're using public proxies, so click public, automatically export. So threads for the proxy searching and verifying and all of this type of stuff, I use 50. Again, depending on how fast your system is going to determine how many threads you might want to use. All right, so that's going to be up to you. Accepted proxy types. Now you could use SOCKS and SOCKS 5, but for me, I use Connect and Web. I just find there to be, they just seem to be a little bit better. Okay. All right, test good and bad. Okie dokie. This is thread, public proxies, connection and web, bad proxies. Okay, we'll click OK. All right, so, and as you can see here, I want to point this out. So this over here on the right-hand side, let me pull this over. This is where it's going to list, see this here, it'll tell you your no follow and do follow link types, okay? This is going to tell you, they all mean something, like yellow, and they're going to signify like, are they green, are they do follow, are they no follow, but this over here are verified or submitted links, okay? Really, at the end of the day, that's really what it is. It's either it's been submitted or verified. So, and as you can see here, when the status is on, it's going to say active, there's priority, submitted, and verified. So priority is when you turn it on or turn it off, but you also have to press start. All right, but we won't get into that yet. I just wanted to point that out to you. All right, so inside of options here, under submission, I want you to, let's go through these together now. So we took care of the proxies and we configured the proxies. You want to use proxies. Along with that, once you check this box, you want to go ahead and check all of this other stuff. We want to utilize proxies for everything. We don't want to toast the IP and have to shut the router off and all this kind of stuff, or the modem. We don't necessarily want to go through this. Also, we don't want to run this on mobile. All right, I've tried it. It's not fun. You know, you think it's going to be a great idea. It just doesn't run that fast. So if you want to put it on a VPS, like a $15 a month or $10 a month VPS, like one virtual core with say like 4 gigs of RAM, cool, it'll run great. Or just run it on your home PC utilizing proxies. All right, so down here we're going to click search engines and public, and then disable the banned proxies. Go ahead and check that. And then all of these tools here, there's submission, PR checking, verification. Check all these and then utilize public, because that's what we're using. Now, before I keep going further here, I want to point out to you, if you want over here, GSA SER is right here. Okay. GSA SER is a tool, so it's gsaonline.de is where you can go ahead and get that. All right. You need a list. Here you go. It's right here. You can check the description. I'm just showing you that because it's there. Let's get rid of this and we'll go back to the tutorial. Now, again, I'm doing this in order to show a particular gentleman reached out. It was probably on the screen just now. He's like, hey, got the list. What do I do with it? So I'm like, all right, dude. Let me go ahead and help you out with that. All right. So, but I want to go through everything because the last video I did on this, I did it as Black Hat. And you know, it doesn't have to be Black Hat. All right. It just doesn't. It doesn't have to be looked at that way. So I don't want to frame this video that way. This is just GSA SER, search engine ranker, backlinks tutorial, right? That's what I figured. But now let's go down here to Captcha, manual input. Now, if you're just letting it run and scrape, what you're going to find is it's only going to pick up every now and again. All right. Now, when you load a list in there, it's going to be nonstop. All right. So you might want to stand here, but again, we're talking about creating 3 to 6 to 1,000 links an hour. You can let it stack up, but a lot of these captchas will have timers on them, so you can do it manual, or you could pay a service. You know, I don't use the service. I used to. You know, you can even set it to skip over them. This is all up to you, but it is an option. Let's go down here to indexing. Now, submit backlinks to URL or search engines. Submit all types. You know, this is up to you. I like to use just the GSA search engine ranker. They go onto a page that's going to get pinged, and it's going to get, there's a lot of links going to it. So that's up to you. Now on this particular screen, filters, I don't use any filters. To me, it's irrelevant. If you're gonna build backlinks at this rate of speed, let's not filter. The only thing I want to filter by is going to be outbound links and things along those lines, but we'll talk about that in a moment here. Now we're going to go on to advanced. Now, inside of advanced, all right, what you want to do is you want to build your own, as you can see here, build site lists that can be used globally by each project. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and click on the submitted box, and you want to make sure that you are creating your own list, okay? You want to click this. You want anything that's been submitted, we want to go and create a global list from this machine. Very important, make sure you click that, all right? Even if you want to do verified, I want anything that's been submitted, I want it to come and I want to make a master list out of it, okay? You can do any type of editing later, but I highly recommend clicking this. There's bug reports, use the index for PR. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that just for speed. We want it to run fast. Enable important messages. I like to see if there's anything wrong or if there's anything that needs to be checked or anything I want to know about it. The messages, when you click this, inside of your project, see where this says project up here? It'll show up there, all right? It'll be red. Trust me, you won't miss it. But it'll be inside this project bar here, this white window up here. Like, see this? This is a project. This will turn like red, okay? Not like red. It will turn red, okay? No, back to options. We're inside of advanced. Messages, internet connection problems. So I just check both of these. Now, you can utilize APIs and whatnot. I've never used any of this stuff, so I don't know what it is. If you want to use it or find out about it, by all means, have at it. I never have. So that's going to wrap it up for the submission. This is under the options tab. So submission, Captcha, indexing, filter, and advanced. This is done now, okay? Now, when we create our new campaign, okay, we're going to walk through a campaign now. I want to set it up so it's big, all right? So we're going to go through a new campaign. And we're going to set up the campaign to be able to post to anything. We're going to skip over a couple of things, and we'll talk about that. But along with being able to post to anything, we also want to utilize a site list. Now, I have a site list. I just added some more stuff to it that has 1,240 links in it. These are sites that I know I can post to. It is what it is. There's 1 million links. I wanted to go ahead and get that link. So let's get back into this tutorial. Sorry about that. So what we want to do first and foremost is the more places that you want to post, the more information you're going to have to fill out. Okay? Now, I'm sure that's not that big of a deal. Now, a notation. I'm going to fill this. I'm concerned about building links. That's it. I'm not going to spend time creating spin text and going through any kind of trouble. I'm going to fill all the details out and do the path of least resistance just to fire the tool up and start hammering the site with links. That's it. All right. I don't play around with all these extra features and all this extra stuff. I'm going to show you the fastest way to get blasting your sites with links. Your buffer sites, tier 2s, tier 1s. I'm going to show you the path of least resistance, okay? So just as a side note, I want to let you know there's a lot more little tweaks you can do. But if you want to be able to fire this sucker up and build 1 million links, that's exactly what I'm showing you right now, all right? Without waiting. So here we go. So again, we're going to go, there's data, there's options, there's notes, and external APIs. We're going to concentrate on data, but what we're going to do is we're going to select where to submit. Now again, inside of here, there's magnitudes of different site types that you can post to. Now, if you have a list, much like the list I have, there's a magnitude of sites that have already been identified. Okay, so what you want to do when you have a list, or if you're going to create a big list, right, like I showed you before, you want to click all of these. Now, I'm going to skip a few things, and I'll cover that with you now. So we're going to do article, blog comments, We're going to do directories. We're going to do document sharing. We're going to do exploits. We're going to do forum, guest book, image comment for sure. Indexer, you want to go to the indexer. You want to click that in there. All right, make sure to grab that. We want to do microblogs. We're going to skip over pingbacks. We're going to, let me take a look at the refers. We're going to skip over the referrers and the pingbacks. All right, we're going to check the RSS feeds. We're going to do the social bookmarks, the social networks, okay? The trackbacks, let me just double check. Those are fine. The URL shorteners we're going to skip over. All right, because they build a lot of them, and they're a lot of the time they're not what I'm looking for. We're going to do video, okay? We're going to skip the adult videos, but we are going to go to Web 2.0s, and we're going to do wiki. Now again, there's a magnitude of extra little site types. When you click on these, as you can see, there's multiple types within each of these, all right? So it just says one thing, but there's actually a lot there. So just be mindful. Take a look if there's something that you know maybe you just isn't your flavor. Just go in and have a look. Now, we're still under the data, under the settings inside of this section here. Now we need to start filling out the details before we add in our list, okay? So let's go ahead and start doing these details now. So before I get started, I want to go ahead and grab, or I want to go ahead and write something down, which is going to be my citation. So it's going to be Chris Palmer, marketing, okay? And we're going to do a -SEO. It's going to be 30 West Broad Street, floor 2, Tamaqua, PA 18252. And we're going to do my phone number, 570-810-1080. It's my work line, which I freaking dropped my phone picking up my little brother the other night, just a day ago. I bought a brand new phone, an iPhone. I go and pick him up. He ran into some issue. He's 22 years old, young guy. Called his big bro. Better than dad, I know that, right? So, called dad. I go down there with these knuckleheads. I don't know where I dropped my phone. I'm not sure, but I got another one coming. So that's has been an issue for me. Wasn't happy about it, but that's okay. Any case, speaking of phone numbers and phones. Okay, now, aside from that, what I want to share with you is this. So on my desktop, I put the code just to make it easier. I think I called it Members New Index Training, Surfer, Hack Files. I don't know what that is. GSA, Google Review. EDU footprint. I'm looking for GSA AA fun. I think that's something somebody gave me. Oh, the anchor spin for the demo. All right, so this is important. So inside of each of these small sections, I just want to add this. All right, what you want to do is you want to utilize this code. All right, I'll make this a little bit bigger. Inside of each of the sections, when we're filling out our details, you will want to add this. This way, it's going to make a variant, all right, of your URL and an anchor text each time it posts to your blog comment, whatever you chose, okay? So as you can see inside of these comments and inside of all these details, we have to put in content or create content, right? So what I want to do is I want to utilize this code so it takes the URL and then gives me anchor text based on whatever I have, whatever keywords I've stuffed in there. All right, so we're going to talk about that in a minute here, but first and foremost is going to be the URL. Okay, so we need to go back out here and grab it because I did that. So we'll copy this URL and we're going to bring it over here. And we're going to paste that in, okay? Now, as you can see here, use random URL from above. We don't want that. We want to use this one link, okay? And then it says use verified URLs of another project multi-tiered link wheel. We want to click that. Actually, leave that undone because I'm going to go ahead and add the site list. But so leave those unchecked for now unless you want to post to multiple links, or if you have a list that you want to upload, like say your citation list or a guest post list or a press release list, and you want to fire this baby up. You want to add the site list and then you want to send links to your tier network. This is where you would do it at. So you'd click this, you'd load it in as like a verified project. Remember where I showed you where those files are over here? Here, I'll go ahead and show you quick, because I guess that would be helpful. Here, let me I can't get to it right here, can I? Yeah. So inside of here, right, where remember where the options were, where it said verified and submitted, and it had those options. What you'll do is go into those files, upload your text file of your citations, throw it in there, and then what you can do is you can click on the verified list and then add that list, your citation list, as where you want to post to, okay? Or I'll show you another way that you can do it that's even simpler, all right? Just stick with me. All right, so we want to send links here. Use URL variation. No, thank you. Use the root main URL with 30%. No, thank you. Keywords. Where do I like to get keywords? You know, obviously, I'm either going to utilize SEMrush or I'm going to utilize the keywords that are inside of my Search Console. For this demonstration, I already have a keyword list. So let me go ahead and grab that now. All right, so inside of here under my downloads on this computer, I think it's on... that's a KMZ. So here it is, broad match. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take this. Oh, let's go to import. Got this right here. It looks like I got this out of Search Console on the 4th, so a couple days ago. So what I'll do is I'll just use this, right? We'll just use this list here. So we'll copy this. We'll bring it over here. So that could be any list. It could have been an exported list from SEMrush, anywhere, all right? SEMrush is probably best. That way we could just take all of our competitors' keywords, extract them, or your own, and then just throw them in there. And then that way, this is how it'll keep finding sites, and it'll base anchor text off of it. It'll be great, right? So that's what we're going to do. This is going to be our keywords. What we're going to do is go to the tool. We're going to go to import from the clipboard. 343 keywords. Great. Chris Palmer, this is excellent. So bam, throw that in there. So collect keywords from target sites. So it'll keep adding stuff. Use collected keywords to find new target sites. Put keyword in quotes when used in search queries, or try searching with similar looking keywords. So what we want to do is we want to use collected keywords to find new target sites, right? Now, anchor text, we're going to do the same exact thing from the clipboard. These are the same words that we got from our SEMrush or from our Search Console or whatever tool you decide to use to find keywords. Same as the keywords, the anchor text, same thing. We don't want to keep hammering the same keywords, but if they're LSI terms or related search terms to us or our competitor, great, use it as anchor text, because we want it to be varied anyway. We don't want to just same keywords over and over. Not smart, right? So that's what we're going to do. So you can skip over this step and just click this, but if there's a difference, then you might not want to click that, all right? So for my instance, I could have, but I forgot about it until I got to it, right? You ever watch tutorials and they'll be walking through, right? And just like that, like, oh, like I forgot until I saw it, and then I realized, oh man, I could have just checked this. That'll happen, and they'll just act like it's supposed to be, you know what I mean? It's kind of funny. Like, I mess up all the time. I'm sure you do too. I think everybody does. You'd have to be a madman not to ever mess up. Like, come on. Never, you don't ever mess up. You know? So, yeah, I do it all the time. Don't feel bad, especially with this tool. All right, anyway, let's keep rolling. It's like, oh, you're supposed to be the pro. I mess up. All right, anyway, so let's keep rolling here. So image comment. Now, obviously, you might want to be thoughtful with these types of things. Again, I said I'm going to show you the path of least resistance. I'm not going to be mindful or careful. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this right here, a citation with the URL with the varying anchor text formatting, and we're going to use that for pretty much everything. So that's how I'm going to do it. I pretty much want to just blast the same thing over and over because I want a double whammy. Not only do I want to send a link, but I want to lay down a citation, right? If somebody wants to come hunt me down for dropping a citation, hey, so be it. But that's up to you, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to do that for pretty much everything. That's exactly the content that I'm going to use, except for the stuff of where I need an actual article, and I'll show you how to get those very easily, all right? So the website title, pretty simple. What we're going to do is we're going to utilize the primary, okay, and then we're going to use my brand, all right? Again, this is up to you if you want to do this. It's totally up to you. So the categories, now inside of categories, this is kind of a funny thing, but what I'm going to do is just click on edit, and what I like to do is just anything that's related. It just helps with searching. It'll it'll increase the it'll increase your result, as it says right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a level. Here, click this and then add a level. I guess we don't have to. Suggested. Here they are. So click on suggested. That's how it comes up. All right, we're going to go to sales and marketing, business-based. I'm just going to go through and click anything that makes sense to me. But if you come on here, it'll say internet business, and then I just click all these. Not only does the internet business make it easy, but this is actually where there's a lot of stuff. Like, it's already heavily spammed. I mean, it's internet stuff, so it finds a lot of targets that way. All right, so we have our categories, so our description. Again, I'm just going to throw this inside of there. This is a citation with the link list. We're going to go down here and randomize. Again, the more of these on the side that you add, the more details you have to, the longer it takes to set up. I clicked everything basically except for what, 3 things. So it's, this might take a while. All right, not too long. We're already halfway done. All right, so about yourself. Now, on this type of stuff, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to leave it, except for I'm going to add in twice my citation at the top, and I'm going to add, oh, it already did it. It added it down here. Perfect. Twitter URL, Facebook URL, you don't have to put that stuff in there, but I am, and I'm also going to go ahead and add an image as well. So we're going to come in here, go to desktop, images, click on this, and we'll add this one here. It's just a Chris Palmer image. All right, Twitter. So it's https twitter.com/SEO Palmer. That's me. Facebook URL is https facebook.com/groups/Chris Palmer SEO. Forum comment. Now again, I'm going to utilize the same exact thing up at the top. Oh, these are forum comments. I'm going to go ahead and just wash that out and just drop the citation. Reciprocal URL. Okay. All right, guest book comment. Now we're going to go ahead and remove all this stuff, and we're just going to drop the citation with the link. The comment, again, we're going to do the same thing. Micro message. We're going to go ahead and toss this in there. All right, so video description, we're going to do this, paste that in. Video title is Best SEO Consultants. And then I'm going to put SEO Consulting. All righty. Forum subject, forum password, this should randomize. All right, forum nickname randomize. The subject is SEO consulting digital marketing. Digital marketing. Okay. Now we have our video title. All right, we're gonna do primary with a secondary. All right, so that's how I did that. Video duration. All right, so we gotta go get a video quick. So give me 1 minute here. We gotta come over here. I actually made a video for the drive stack. Okay, let's come into here. Whoa. Wait, that's not it. Chris, did you stop the classes? No, I did not. I had a bunch of classes, Chase. I just had one on Thursday. I was wondering where you were. I thought you showed up. But no, I didn't discontinue. I sent the emails like usual through the platform. I just figured you were busy, dude, to be honest with you. I'm sorry if it didn't come to you, and if it didn't, please let me know, because that needs to be fixed, because that's the last thing I need is I want everybody to come. That's the goal. And if you don't get the message, then because I change the link each time. So we're going to go ahead and copy this link, and we're going to bring it over here to the tool. Okay. Right here. Alrighty. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the video duration preview image. I don't know who this is. You don't have... well, don't worry. I'll take care of it if somebody's watching this. Man, where did I do with that image? I'm sorry. I'm getting the stuff that you need in order to do the videos. So you have to have images. You need to have... Oh, PNG, that's why. So here, we'll just use this one. All right, the YouTube URL, paste. And then let's go back up here and grab this. Copy. All right, so... address 30 West. All right, so now it's like citation details. City, Tamaqua, zip code 18252. Now, if you feel some type of way about spamming the internet, maybe leaving citations might not be the best for you. But me, I mean, I don't know, 810, 1080. I mean that's, I'm a freaking gray hat SEO. I mean, what do you want from me? USA contact email. The email I'm gonna leave out. That we are going to put, I don't know, a competitor's email. Let me think here. All right, description, bada bam. Okay, we'll keep this rolling. Company name, domain as name is fine. So signature, this is going to be the signature. Again, citation, we're just filling out all the details. That's how you do it. Website title. Now these are in different languages. Okay, so it's kind of a pain. Okay, now the description in German doesn't necessarily have to be in German. I'm not going to put it in German. The description, we're going to do the same thing. Contact name. Guest book. Okay, it's already filled out. Document. Desktop. Downloads. I don't know what I can put in there. Let's go to, what, it has to be a PDF? Oh man, you're kicking me. I don't have any PDFs yet. I will, but I don't have one at this time, so very sorry about that. Website title in Polish. Paste and paste. All right, I think we got every single thing filled out. It will tell me if I don't. Now we need to come over here to the article manager. Now this is where you're going to want to either put in your own, or I'm going to show you a way that you could just go out and just grab somebody else's really quick and then give it a little spin-a-rooski. All right, so that's what we're going to do. So here's what we want to do. If you come over here to the right hand side, that you can click on add, and this menu right here will come up. Now there are services that you can utilize. I noticed a few other videos that were done a long time ago. They were pitching the paid services, but why though, right? Because there's actually a tool already built in that will go out and snatch them, spin them, and then add them all by itself. So that's how I'm going to show you the free, easy, fast, path of least resistance way, right? Cheapest way possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and you're going to click on search online plus mix, okay? Or you could insert from folder or insert from other projects. That's on you, but what we want to do is we want to search online and then mix, right? So it'll take the articles and then almost like rephrase them. Pretty cool, right? So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go on here and we're going to do mix article, paragraphs, and sentences, mix article sentences, or just mix the paragraphs, right? So if you want to get, it's almost like different spin levels. Like, do you want it to be ultra unique, kind of unique, or not unique at all? But what we're going to do is we're going to spin the sentences, okay? It could be gibberish, but I want it to be unique gibberish, all right? So we're going to click on that. Search term, easy. We're going to do SEO, search engine, no, broader, internet marketing, right? Digital marketing, okay, for this GSA search engine ranker tutorial, all right? So what we're going to do in this part or section of the tutorial is we're going to go section by section. So these close up, all right? And let's go ahead and do this now. So how to submit and verify, all right? So inside of here, this is where we're going to start setting up our list, all right? So ask all services to fill captchas, all right? Choose random, skip, or ask user, all right? So if you have a service, you can put this in there, but for this, what we're going to do is we're going to go ask user, but quite notably, to speed it up, what we're going to do is we're just going to go to skip them. Or we can ask the user. We'll fill out some of the easy ones. Ask user. And then we want to skip the hard to solve ones, all right? So if it's like difficult, skip it. All right, so you can pause it, but we don't want to. Enable custom, no thanks. Verified links must have exact URL. That's right. That's perfectly fine. When to verify. All right, so we can verify automatically is perfectly fine. So every 6, 12, 18, 24. So I guess that's fine. It takes a while. Send verified link to indexer service. So we're just going to click on the GSA SEO indexer. Send to ping delayed. What we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we actually want to we're going to set this to 5,000 instead of 7,000. Use character spinning when possible. All right. Randomly use typos spell in descriptions to fight duplicate content. Yes. Try to always place a URL with an anchor text in the description / comments. Yes. Retry to submit a previously failed submitted sites. And then what you want to do is you want to check that, okay? And then all you want to do is you want to try it just one more time, all right? So retry to submit, and you just want to make that one time, all right? Like you don't want to be wasting resources, but if it skips over it once, it is what it is, but it could go back and retry one time, all right? And then try to locate new URL on no engine match, useful for comment, redirect, and indexer engines. Anchor text folder with data files to use. we're just going to utilize either, you can use the anchor text or the keywords. Keywords is usually more filled up than the anchor text, depending on the campaign that you're running. For me, I like to use any variation of any word that Google already thinks that my site's about. AKA, if it came out of Search Console and it's something for my own campaign, I want to create any type of link I can that's related to any of those keywords is perfectly fine with me. Okay? All right. Now, so that's that section. Done. We're going to go to the next section. So this is how to get target URLs. Now, for me, I'm unchecking all of these. Why? Because we're going to utilize a link list. For you, depending on where you are, you might want to check a lot of these. All right, but that's up to you. Now, this is always use keywords to find target sites or add stop words to the query. All right. Always use keywords to find target sites. Use URLs from global site list if enabled. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to click on, I'm going to check all these bad boys. Okay, use URLs linking on the same verified URL supported by some gens, analyze and post to competitor backlinks. Okay, so we're going to check all these, and we're going to add, and we're going to check this URL's linking. All right, so this section is done. Now we're going to go to scheduled posting. Allow posting on the same site again. Post first article without links. No, we want links the whole ride. And then we're going to go down to filter URLs. Now this is where you might want to be nitpicky and you might want to pay closer attention. Okay, depending on the type of campaign that you're running, depending on the type of campaign you want to run for your site, or your tiered site, I should say. Don't point this stuff at your site. All right. Unless you're darn sure it's a good list. Like you created your own list. They're all high DR ratings. They're all low outbound links. Like unless they're super good, I wouldn't just fire this up and point these at your site. It just builds them too fast. The velocity is too ridiculous. You know, it's just not... You know, it's not year 2000. It's not 2010. It's not 2015 even. You know? The velocity of which this creates links, you know, with anchor text is just absurd. So skip sites with more than 100 outbound links. Skip sites with lower than 1 PR. You know, for me, I'm not going to do any of that. I want to post whatever, but we're going to click, see this type of backlink to create. There's link types within the link types. So everything is already checked. The only thing you want to go in here and just click on is, see how there's forum post? You can click on that, but it's going to give you an attention, okay? So don't click on forum post, leave that one, but this one up top here where it's article wiki, that's unchecked to start. Go ahead and check that, fire that one up. That one's good. Okay. Now, over here on the right-hand side, there's other opportunities like skip subdomains. All right. Avoid posting to sites that are just IPs. Right. Those are considered spammy. This is like where you're filtering out spammy stuff. Right. Avoid posting to sites with duplicate IP. At least one keyword must be present on the page. So it has to be on the page. One of your keywords has to be on the page. This way we're able to stay semi-topical. We're able to, you know, only on authority domains. We're only, you know, we're just doing stuff that matters. All right. So skip words of where these types of words appear. These are derogatory terms. All right. If you want to add a bigger list, let me show you where to get that. All right, I'll show you exactly what I use for the tools that I used to create for like the bots. I used to load these in. So if you do a bad word list GitHub, right? People program these in. There's already lists that have massive lists. So if you come inside of here, I think this is the one actually. If you scroll on down, there's a text document. Maybe it's not this one. Go to File. All right, so EN. So here you go. Look at this list. 402 400 words. If you keep looking inside of GitHub, there's guys that have created lists that are 10,000 words, 20,000 words, 100,000 words, and it'll have every variation. All right, so that's how you find a really big list of just derogatory terms. If you didn't know how to get that, that's how you get it. All right. For me, it doesn't necessarily matter to me for this campaign, but usually I do add a nice list into here. All right, so skip sites with the following words in the URL or domain. So you might want to block out anything that's XXX or pharmacy or casino related. This is where you would add it. All right, words in the actual domain name. All right, skip sites. Maybe you don't want links from USA, or maybe on the other side, maybe it's not a negative thing. Maybe you're, maybe it's easy for you to get USA links, but you're in the UK. You only want UK-based links, so that way I could buy my PBN links, point them at the homepage, but maybe I want to get a bunch of UK links that have less than 10 outbound links that contain my word on them that, right, you won't get a lot of velocity, but you'll be able to get your overall volume of that particular type up, so that way you match in with the SER. Like all your competitors have only UK. You can't just point PBN USA links in. You need some UK links or whatever the case is. So you can really manipulate what you're doing here. So this is really having trouble. It's not having trouble. It takes some time. When you're spinning at the sentence level, it takes time. All right. So that's why this is still running, but that's okay. And that's it for this. So we're going to go ahead and click OK. Define some articles first. Yes, that's exactly what we're doing. We're just waiting for this. It's 67%. So in this case, all right, since that's doing that, and you can see how long it takes, if we click on add here, I can actually import from another project. I actually already have some articles here that I've done, okay? So we don't have to worry about it. We're going to go ahead and abort desired location. Everything is identical. It's literally the same exact article. The only thing now that we need to do is we want to go ahead and load up our list. All right. So inside of here, all right, so we added this. Inside of here, we're going to go inside of our options. And then, let me make sure everything is good here. Everything is, outbound links. So this, we'll make this 200. Backlinks to create, everything is good. Okay. We can uncheck that. I'm just double checking the work here. Here's the articles. Insert up 1 to 2 random authority links. Yes. Insert up to 1 random image. Okay, we can get rid of that. Do not submit the same article more than 1 time per account. Okay. Okay. Options. Enable custom. Okay, use character spinning. All right, this looks good. All right, everything is looking good here. So now the only other thing, let me make sure that they didn't change anything here. So submitted. Okay, filter is good. Indexing, okay. Captcha manual input 300. Use blocks. Let me just double check this. Check 36. Test. Okay. Options. Timeout is 30. Well, we could actually make that 100. Public. You know what? We don't even need to test them. Yeah, you could test them. Only the newly ones. Public only. Retest previously working proxies. No, we're going to do Google. Remove the bad ones when older than 5 minutes. Search for new proxies every 60 minutes. Search only on less than 100. Okie dokie. Alright, looks like it's testing some proxies for us right now. As you can see down at the bottom, it's telling us, hey, it's testing. We're going to go into here now. Now that our campaigns are all done, everything is good, we're going to right click on this and we're going to import target URLs. Okay, see this? Import target. So you go up to your campaign. When everything's done, it'll pop up on the left-hand side. Okay, you're going to right click on this. Then you're going to go to import target URLs from a file. Okay, as you can see here, it's text inside of stars, and then it's going to be a .sl. Now I have a list here. I just updated this list. What we're going to do is we're going to take all these that are inside my list and we're going to go to open. Randomize the list. Yes. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go inside of here and we're going to fire this thing up. It's doing the list. As you can see here, I have 1 2 3 1 2 3. Oh, there's a lot more. Wow, I didn't know I got that many more. So 1 2 3 1 2 3. So there's 1,243,000 links and a couple hundred. Okay, so I have 1 million links. I just gained 200,000 because there was only 11 something. So that's crazy. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to click start now. And then you're going to let it go. Now, as you can see here, it's already starting to parse and run through and do whatever it does. But what we want to do is we want to crank up the priority. And then we started with 80 submitted and 35 verified in this. And then it starts. So 83, we'll click OK. That's an easy one. And you're just going to let this bad boy run. It's just going through the list. What is the expansion of Destiny? I have no idea. I don't know what Destiny is. Looks like we got another submitted. 82 submitted. Then we just let it run. You don't have to fill them out, but I like to. I do if I'm standing here. You could skip over them. I just let them rock, you know? So as you can see, it's submitting here. We already have 10 submitted, so that's 10 new links that were built so far. You just let it ride. All right, and then this, I don't have any clue. Type the following phrase in all lowercase. Business. Bam. Okay. We'll just do josh@gmail.com. You may change this anytime. Modern War invite code. Thanks. That should give me another one. Bam. See, when you do the captchas, it automatically is a submission. You know, every time you do a captcha, it's a submission. It'll keep running without filling them out, but every time I do this, watch, it's at 101. If I do a good one, I must... Oh, it verified. I don't know what this is. Okay. 104. I'll do a question mark. 105. See that? Bam. See, registration successful. As long as you, sometimes you just put something in there and it does it. What is half of 21? Or 22? 11. Boom. I don't know what this is. We'll just put something in there. RZNR. See? That's it, guys. Guys and gals. H8GB-W3. Enter. That's an extra one. I love these ones because these ones are easy. F3GF CG. Okay. You could just ignore this and put this over here. You can even make it smaller if you want. Oh, I think I have it as small as you can. Oh no, it does get smaller. I thought that was it. Yeah, it got a little smaller. So you don't have to fill them out. You can let them stack up and then just come back and do them. Or you can send them to a request. See how this has already parsed? It depends on the list. But I loaded in 1,000,000 links. 80, 90, 110, 20. So I've already got 40 extra links since we fired this sucker up. 40 new links were just built. The ratio, it's looking like a lot of them are, you know, you don't have to do no follow and do follow. I like no follow links. I'm totally cool with them because no one else wants them, right? Plus, we know that it's just a directive from the website owner. I don't care if it's no follow. That doesn't mean Google doesn't follow them. That doesn't mean that they don't have any weight at all. I want them all. I want everything. Already parsed. This is probably just because it's in my system here. So if we come into here and we go to right click, options. No, it's not in options. Right click. It's usually the list. So we'll go to advanced. Oh, this is a good one. WWN4. HD6JCG. The dog. These are easy ones. See, it's fun. I mean, I think it's fun. It's not for everybody, you know. I enjoy it though. Okay, so this is where I think we are. Okay, import. So we can go in here and add URLs from projects, add URLs from back, import URLs holding site list, search online for URLs. So that's it. So as you can see, it's just clicking away here at my list. You know, I would probably have a lot more if I was using a Captcha service or if I stood here and did a lot of these. If I see an easy one, I'll do it. You know, or if I'm watching it, I'll do it. I have no idea. Ooh, that's an easy one. ERR7. That should be an automatic verified. Yep. Oh, no, it was a submit. How many strings are on the guitar? Ooh, that's 5. No, wait, maybe it's 6. I don't know. All right. So that's fun. That's it. That's how you load them in. That's how it's done, right? Then you just let this baby run. It'll tell you too, like if you shut it off, it'll tell you how many you're hitting per hour. Last time when I checked, if we come up here, or if we come up here to the very top, when I shut it off last time, my list was clicking at, here, I'll show you quick here. Let me see here. It'll be in like green. I think it was 6 something an hour. So 6 an hour. There's a lot of stuff it'll say parsed because it's probably on one of my lists already. So yeah, There we go. Let's come on over here and we're going to see if everybody understands or if there's something maybe I missed that you'd like me to cover. I'll be happy to cover it, okay? So, hey Chris. Chris, did you discontinue the classes? No way. I would never do that. I love doing it. I wish I would have started it earlier. Hey Chase. Hello Michael. It says YouTube IZ. Presume this is not the URL. I'm not sure what that means. I was just on GSA's website looking at products. I grabbed my phone and Chris is making a video on GSA. Yeah, Shane. I actually think you're the one that messaged me. I could be wrong. But that main part, hopefully you were on when you saw that. You know, if you grab the list that I have, it's in the description, right? It's 1 million links. There's 1 million too. But let's say that 200,000 of them don't hit for you. Okay? You should be able to build a lot on that million. You know, and if they made it onto my list, that means they have submitted and verified at some point. So it's going back through, like we already did. We're at 120, 121. It just keeps going. 122. Like it is just clicking. Anytime it's green, it's a link. You know? So we got 120, so let's take a look over here. We got 15 do follows, 43, so it's about a 50-50%. And then here I'll show you guys something. Look at. If you right click on this, you can go to wait a minute. Options, maybe it is. I usually don't look at it. I want to show you the diagram. There's like a cool little diagram. Select. I want to take a look at that diagram. It's kind of neat looking. I forget how to get to it though. Tools.